welcome to the show. It's another great edition of Bring It in the House podcast show where we spotlight musicians, entertainers, artists, and leaders. Get your meal. I'm your host, Millie Mills, and we have a great show this week. First of all, before we get started, this week's shout out. That's one of our new features where we shout out an individual for having something special of the week, whether it's a birthday, anniversary, or whatever. This week, shout out goes to Dee at Great Clips. She trimmed my ends for me tonight, so I had to give her a shout out. Without further ado, though, we're about to get started. A great show for tonight because we have with us, I'm so excited, Mr. Arius Hurd. He is founder of Honored Abilities. Yes, he started all of this. We're going to talk about that. And we have his VP and illustrator, Everett Escobar, in the house. Woo, yay! You guys are on fire.
Am I? Oh.
Well, not literally, but
Oh, my
you know what I
goodness.
mean. Your success, you are on a roll, and I'm so proud of you. That's why we brought you back on the show. So we always like to, open up the show, welcome our guests, and let us know where you're from. So you give a shout out to your alma mater. I'm gonna start with you, Arius. Where are you from? Rip. Go ahead.
All right, so I am Beaumont, Texas, and I am Lamar University is where I am from.
That's where you graduated.
That
Okay.
is where I graduated,
You
bachelor's
get bachelor's in what? What was your
in
study?
communications, emphasis in corporate comm and public relations.
Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. And Everett?
All right. I am pretty much born and raised in Houston, Texas. I've jumped from school to school, so I'll just say my mater is just a free spirit. We'll just
Free
go with
spirit.
that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. And it's just great to have you guys here because you guys are so busy. I'm so like, wow. Because I used to work with Arius guys, and then he went into that area of, like being a financial advisor. So your career has grown by leaps and bounds since the last time we spoke with you in 2021, right here on Bring It in the House. So now you are a founder of your own LLC. So kind of just, bring us up to speed. First of all, congratulations on launching your LLC, which is a great thing. I'm so proud of you. And, all of your success has happened. Kind of bring us up to speed with, how it all started with Honored Abilities.
Well, Honored Abilities, was basically a dream or a passion. Its original goal was to be like a nonprofit for individuals with disabilities. And so that's kind of how it turned into an LLC because, my slogan is honor the difference. So I wanted to create a brand that could honor everyone's different, what makes everyone different. And so instead of doing the nonprofit route, I had a background in journalism and I've published a book. And so a lot of my issues with book publishing, I learned how to overcome them. So many things I encountered throughout my career, I tried to make sure my business did not have those same errors or issues.
Yeah. And that's good. You learn from your mistakes, and then now you are paving the way so that others, can kind of prevent some of those little, I guess, pitfalls that you may have experienced.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
we got some comments in the little chat area. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I couldn't see the name, so let me go to the page here to see who is checking in with us tonight here and bringing in the house. Woo, it's Everett, and you're the VP. I mean, that's a huge title, man.
That is a huge
Congratulations.
title. I'm
Yes.
not to be cliche or anything, but I'm honored to have that title.
I get it. Honored abilities. That's great. I like how you slid that in, man. So, and you're an illustrator. Tell us about your role. Fill us in.
Oh, I've always been a person, a jack of all trades, pretty much. But what I've gravitated to pretty much my whole entire life is just the realm of creativity, the realm of art. And it was actually Arius that reached out to me and said, "Hey, I know you have artistic skills. Do you want me to create a logo for you? And ultimately, I went ahead and carried out his vision, brought that product to life, and that's the very logo that you see today for Honored Abilities. So it all kind of started from there, and slowly but surely we started getting together on multiple projects, and we're just keeping at it right now.
Yeah, you guys are. You're really keeping at it because you know, the website, I've been to it, you know, and you got so many different services that you offer. Areas, kind of tell us about all the different services and sub agencies that fall under Honored Abilities.
All right. So the goal of Honored Abilities is to basically be your one-stop shop for business, and I know that seems cliche, but we do everything from LLC formation to tier one vendor marketing to website design to logo design to book publishing to graphic arts, SEO analysis, some HR stuff, some public relations management. So, anything that an entity would need to deal with from start to finish, we try to be your liaison to go to, because in the process of starting a business or running a business, I feel that it's very difficult to try to navigate multiple people and trying to explain to multiple people what you did with someone else, or trying to pick up where someone else left off, and trying to keep continuity in the brand, and trying to keep everything, flowing seamless, looking seamless, operating seamless. So we try to be, one brand that you're dealing with the same people throughout different services, so that you're not having to explain, I started this business, I wanted this from my website. Now let me see if I can get that logo and try to send this to you. And let me try to get this person to do a business card. And let me try to get this person to do that. So it's one company that has all the files, has all the understanding of you. So you can explain it one time. It's in one folder, and it just moves from department to department to get the result finalized.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. That's this more simple, not so complex, right? Makes
Yes,
things
ma'am.
easier.
That is
Yes.
what makes us different, is that we try to make the complex simple, and our work, with the help of Everett and his, wonderful talents, is that all of our work is customized to the client. So we don't have templates.
Mhm.
Everything we do is 100% customized. So
Mhm.
we are able to be different because every brand is different. So why cater, why box it into a template? So
Yeah.
that's where we try to, of course, honor what makes you different. We give you that freedom to tell us what you want and try our best to make it a reality without a template or any kind of constriction.
Mhm.
All right. And that's what you guys do. You do it very well. So I was looking, I looked over the website and I was so impressed. You did a great job. Your website looks superb. So you guys going to have to, hook me up.
We got you.
Definitely, definitely.
But it really looks good. And so when I was looking at it and how well, outlined and detailed everything is, and I was like, wow, Honored Abilities. That name it speaks volumes. So how did you come up with that name, Arias?
So, the name Honored Abilities, legit, I don't know anyone's like religious beliefs, but to me, it was like just a prayer. I wanted to start a business. I knew what I had in my heart. I had wrote down what I wanted, and I wanted a business that, of course, brought honor to
Mhm.
people's abilities, right? So it just kind of happened like that. It was just like, I want a brand that brings honor to someone's ability, and then eventually Honored Abilities. Because, like I said, the original plan was to be a nonprofit for individuals with disabilities. So instead of looking at this as in disadvantage, just looking
Mhm.
at what they're able to do. And
Yeah.
so that is how it came, is to look at what people are able to do and how do I bring honor to it. So that's how it became Honored Abilities, is how do I bring honor to each brand that we touch and highlight what they're able to do and highlight what makes them strong. And then that's, of course, how we got the slogan, honoring the difference, because every brand does have something that is different about them. So the whole point is bringing honor. We are very honor heavy, very your champion heavy. That is our biggest word, is bringing honor,
Yeah.
respect.
Honor
Honor and respect
and
are like our
respect.
two
Yeah.
main, principles.
Mhm.
That is beautiful. Yes, it is. And you guys are celebrating a 1 year anniversary. You've already accomplished that. And how does that feel, Everett? How does it feel to, 1 year and you got
Oh,
that on your,
it feels amazing. It's kind of hard to believe that 1 year has
it's
come and
gone by.
gone just as
Yeah.
quick as it has. But I think, the proof is in the pudding. All the products, all the current projects that we're working on and future projects,
Mhm.
it just goes to show that hard work does make itself manifest. The fruits of your labor uh, do come into play as long as you're able to put your shoulder to the wheel per se and just grind it out.
Yeah.
Um, One of the things that Arias mentioned was, we cater to every client in a customizable way. A acronym that I like to refer to is AWATY, AWATY, a world adjusted to you.
Mm.
If there's clients looking at, competitors that say they have, the one-stop shop for businesses or people that are looking to publish a product, um, just look at us, what we're able to do. um,
Mhm.
the reason why I go to that is it's the client's product. Ultimately it's their product, it's not us. uh,
Yes.
just like Arias said, they try to pigeonhole you into a generic template that's already
Mhm.
been created, but we're not about that here at Honor.
Mhm. Yeah. And then I can see that. Yeah. You guys, words can't explain it. Hey, look, I just want to jump over to the chat real quick. I see that Angela, speaking of Angela, that's one of your first authors of the books that you guys have published through your company.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we're going to get to that. I just want to give a shout out to Robert. Thank you so much. He's always tuning in. Robert Claiborne. Oh my gosh, there's so many on here. Thank you. And we're getting some of the names I'm not able to see, so I'll have to go back to that page. But we're going to talk about the book that you guys published, your very first one, and then it is called Kiki. What, the Adventures of Kiki the cat, the kitten, right? Where is
Mhm.
home?
Yes,
Ooh,
and
how does it feel? I mean, what was it experience like? When you look and see your book that you guys published on Amazon and wherever books are sold. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. You Just like you had mentioned before, Arias had published a book. I had published a book as well, but this was the first time curating a book for a client.
For a
And
client?
once you throw client up there and it's not your own personal project, that's when the heat and the stress kind of comes in, because you want to make sure that you fit their vision into that product as best as you can.
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I found was the most challenging is that we decided to do an activity book with her, hardback only. And so we thought that, we're going to have the books that our slogan and our joke in the company is like, it's okay to draw in our books,
Yeah.
and so
Oh.
we're creating, books that involve, parents, that get parents involved. So we have math games and coloring things and mazes, and, so we're able to have kids draw, so that instead of them being a tablet or a phone when they go to the doctor's office, the parent can buy this book, and not only is the child able to read the story, but then they have pages to keep them busy while the parent is doing whatever. But then it also allows the parent to be involved, to read with the child, do the activities with the child, and so that is one thing that we are, you know adamant about having in our products, is family involvement and education. I was a teacher for 10 years, so I can't ever get away from that. So everything is about educating, and Everett does such a wonderful job with illustrating. He does such a wonderful job with captivating it, and I think overall, that makes it great, because he is really a big support to me as, VP. He is really big at keeping me in alignment and making sure I stay on culture and goals, for the organization. So he is a big pinnacle to the success of all of this.
Yes. And Kiki, speaking of Kiki the kitten, Kiki has his own YouTube channel, correct? Am I right?
Kiki, Kiki got it going on, man. Yeah,
Yes.
Kiki
So
really
you,
is loved.
yes, Kiki gets a lot of love, and you can go to YouTube. There's the link, youtube.com/user and /Angela Angel. So if you want to, check out all the different, keep up with the shorts, the updates or whatever. And I managed to find one of the little short clips of Kiki. We're going to play this real quick so you can see how cute and adorable Kiki is. I love it.
Kiki, your new book came in. The one with all the activity pages in it. Do you have something to say to us about your book coming in?
Yes, that was very cute. I love it. So I know Angela, that was her first book as well, right? Angela Angel.
Yes, and she is such a phenomenal client. I mean, Angela Angel is, she's really great. She's a go-getter, very ambitious, and yes, this is her first work her first work, first of many actually, because she has 4 in the pipeline right now, and so we're actually working on 3 others for her. So she keeps us busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be quite a bit of Kiki to go around for everybody in the
He's
short term.
going to be pawing for a while.
Yeah. So the next book by Angela is titled Kiki. What is it called?
Kai is king.
There it is. Kaya is King. The Adventures of Kiki the Kitten. Kaya is King. Kiki is so cute. So Everett, how long did it take you to create Kiki?
Oh, I actually didn't take time. Let's just say there was plenty of energy drinks to go around. There was plenty of sleepless nights. But overall, I feel like, at least with this project, I really wanted to pay homage to the 90s. And,
Yeah.
The biggest animator in the 90s, even now, is Disney. And probably the biggest inspiration whenever it came to the design for Kiki was Oliver from Oliver and Company. You may find some similarities with Kiki, but I really liked the way that movie was animated, and I wanted to bring that type of animation back to the forefront. I know a lot of the animation today has transitioned to more of a 3D feel. And I wanted to bring some of that 2D animation back that has a whole lot of gradients and shading to it. I really don't want it to be a lost art. It's definitely something beautiful to look at.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been in animation and all of that? How long have you been doing that?
Oh, I've pretty much been doing it for as long as I could hold a pencil. It's kind of interesting. I broke my arm whenever I was 5 years old. It happened to be, ironically, my dominant arm, and I just gravitated towards art. That was my muse pretty much. And ever since I broke my arm, I've just been pumping work out pretty much. I've competed in art competitions throughout school, even in adulthood, and I'm just glad that I'm able to go ahead and take my talents and put it into projects such as this. It's a joy to see it come into play in a big way when I didn't think that this would be my career early on.
Okay. Your sound kind of got a little muffled there at the end. Not sure what happened.
Oh, gotcha.
There you go. There you go. You're back clear. So I want to make sure everyone hear everything that you have to say. Yeah, so that's very impressive. Those setbacks. I was listening when you said you broke your dominant arm, and a lot of people would have felt like, well, I'm out of commission. They would just sleep or whatever. But you took that and you turn it into a positive. You discovered a gift that is really doing wonders for you in your career. So that is
Yeah.
amazing. Hmm. Yes. And also, we're going to go back and talk about honored abilities. Now, publishing is just one of the services that you guys offer, or sub agencies. Let's go back and review some of the other services that you provide, Arius. I know it's several. On the website, I saw so many.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah, we we have quite a few. I think our biggest is website design, graphic design, logo design. You know, I think design and graphics is probably our biggest. Also consultation. I do a lot of sit downs with a lot of businesses on startups, how to file their LLCs with the state, how to start building their business credit, how to properly use their business account, how to even sign their name correctly with a business account so that they don't pierce that corporate veil, and commingle personal with business. So, and trying to make sure they're registered with different agencies like FinCEN to not get fees and, things like that. So, between the websites and the publishing and the consultation, I think that's like our three biggest services, but also logo design. We offer so much. The list as a founder even baffles me because it's just so much. And I mean, it's so much involved in creating anything. So, it's hard to really list everything because it's like we kind of just see a need and we mention it and then we kind of just take it on, and make sure it's done. So we try to make sure they're up and ready to roll, on every aspect and any aspect. We truly believe in having our clients back and, drawing attention to things that they may not even realize that they need. So, it's a lot. It's a lot of services, even things of like bookkeeping, tax stuff, I mean, we're always consulting on, we need to do this. You need to improve this. Watch how you sign this. Don't post this. What about this on your Facebook page? Did you, correct this? This document needs to be turned in this time. So it's so much that we have to keep up with. But, it feels natural to me because it's just a passion of mine,
Yes.
So it doesn't feel like work to me at all,
Yes.
Yeah.
You're executing your gifts. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. You both are so busy. Arius, you're a busy young man doing your thing. And Everett, you are a husband and a father. I
I
mean,
am.
share with us how you manage, that success of your career and hold down. You have a beautiful daughter and a very handsome little son, beautiful wife. I mean, you got the world right now. How does how do you manage all of that?
Oh man. Well, you know what? I don't even know myself how I manage all of it. I'll just throw it back to Bon Jovi. I'm living on a prayer, pretty much. So
That's good.
I, I was telling my wife earlier today, I just feel like life, even though I'm in control, with all the voices from school, kids, grandparents, things of that nature. Not that they're bad voices at all, but I feel like I'm swiveling back and forth day in and day out. But I always try to make sure there's a balance, a work family life balance. And Arius is great in making sure that I am able to spend time with my beautiful family. And ultimately, it is it chaos and craziness most days, yes, but I know that they have my back and they support me in fulfilling my dreams and ambitions, and it goes both ways. um, I think that's the beauty and cohesiveness of family in action.
Yes,
I
that's
mean, and
yes.
that's one thing, like he said, is that I try to make sure he has that with them because, you can't just bring honor to your clients, but not bring honor to your employees. And I think that's where so many organizations fall short is they just want to run their employees. So
Yeah.
I try to have a very different approach where, I'm just more on the deadline. and you orchestrate your time to fit that deadline, and so that way you are able to have that work-life balance. And I feel like if an employee feels honored, to work with you, or feel like you honor them, then you don't have to deal with, I need you to come to work, I need this, where are you, where is that? Because you allow them to have the freedom and allow them to have the rest and the creativity to be, a most productive product, and, you invest in them, and investing in them past just a job, but like, what are their interests? What are their goals? What are their hobbies? I stay sending him links and all kinds of things to try to help him and build him, and any aspirations he tries to share. I try to stay on task. I'm not perfect, but I try to stay on task to help build him, and he does the same for me. And he's always, telling me, what about this? What about this? And he stays building me. So even as a founder, you have to realize that sometimes you have to step back and let your team teach you, because you don't always know everything either, and so you have to follow to lead, and sometimes you have to lead and be followed. So you got to know how to do both.
That's a good way to put it, Arius. That's a real good way to put it. Man, as founder, speaking of, well, you kind of already told us a lot about what you do, but what is a typical day? For Arius, when you get up in the morning and you're rushing, what does a typical day look like for you as a founder?
Okay, so our typical day is typically, I'll check in with Everett a lot of times, see what's on his list. So a lot of our calls actually start at like 8, 9 in the morning. We have a client that we're actually having to sit on the phone with her. She's telling us her stories, and we're typing it and recording it. So we're transcribing her story throughout the day. We have accounting throughout the day, where I'm like keeping tabs of, profits, doing sales reports for the books for the client, sending out emails to new prospective clients, also dealing with, bookkeeping, banking stuff, having to check in through, different portals to make sure I'm in compliance as an organization with, publishing networks and, the government as well, because, consultation is one of our services. So I have to make sure I'm up to date with the clients I'm consulting. So, somewhere in there, I got to get a drink and go to the restroom. But, it's just a day that, every day is different. So there's not a typical day, because it just depends on the client. It depends on what comes with us. And, right now we have 7 different projects going. We have 1 book that's on the market. We have another book being created that's about law. We have another book that's created from nurses. We have, we have so many books in the pipeline, so many projects in the pipeline, so many businesses that are coming up that we're creating. So, it is a lot going every day.
Yeah. I just listing all of that, I'm like, whew, I'm tired. Gosh. And then Everett, I know you're right there, like he said, to have his back, so
Yes.
that's good. That's amazing.
His day is busy too. Like his day is.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Mom for sure.
Guys, I can't believe we've had so much fun. We're just about out of time. Before we go, you guys, any shout outs? You want to give shout outs to anyone?
Did you want to go first, Arius?
Well, for me, it's just my mom. Thank you so much to my mom. Thank you, Millie, and thanks to all my friends that have been supportive in this journey. Thank you to our clients, that have really believed in us. And, without the clients, without the friends, without all the support, I don't know if Honor would be able to operate with as much honor or ability.
I love it. And Everett, you?
Yes, I of course, I would definitely be at fault if I did not give a shout out to my loving, beautiful wife, Brianna.
Right.
Our children, Boston and Esther, and my grandmother. She was actually the one that instilled art into my life. She's an artist herself. Also want to go ahead and give a shout out to my parents, in-laws, as well as friends that have supported me throughout the years, even to this day. So thank you very much.
Oh, that's beautiful, guys. Oh, don't forget, we have some merchandise. Not merchandise, but swag we want to give away. We got to show that, yeah. We got to show everybody the swag. So, hey, guys, you don't want to miss out. I love these. Oh, so you know what to do. I'm going to take the third caller, the third person to get through the lines. You will get one of these. These are like little, describe areas, what they are. They look like little tote bags, or what
So
are
they
they?
are canvas tote bags with zippers. So you are able to use them for groceries, whatever else you want. But they are canvas, so they are washable, and they do display the Honored Abilities logo, which, the logo is a light bulb with two heads. So your brain, our brain come together for one idea. So, we are looking forward to giving away our merchandise.
Well, you heard Arius, so go ahead and call us the third person to get through the lines. Leave your name and your address so we can ship that out, and I'll pass that information along to Arius and Everett, and they'll take care of you. All right. Anything else? Any words of wisdom or anything you guys want to share before we close out tonight?
I would always say, you know what, no matter what curveballs life throws at you, you can do what you set out to do. Never give up on your dreams. There were plenty of times where I very easily could have just threw in the towel, but through sweat, blood, and tears, here I am today with Arius, and I'm sure he can say the same thing. If you just continue to grind, whether you're an artist or an entrepreneur, you can do this. You just need to find the right people to go ahead and help you along your journey. And that may be us, that may be someone else, but hopefully you give us a ring.
All right.
And I always say, a small ripple makes a big effect. So even when you think that you're doing very little, it actually is coming and making a big impact. And be patient, because you got to make it through the dark in order to get to the light. So.
Woo, there you have it. Words of wisdom, guys. Thank you so much for being on the show with us this week. I really enjoyed everything. Don't forget to check out the website, honoredabilities.com, everyone, and you can reach them. Here's the phone number if you want to contact them. Voila, 512-621-9040, 512-621-9040, or you can send them an email at contact@honoredabilities.com. Or just like I said, go over to their website and find out more. You can see all the services and everything they provide at honoredabilities.com. It's been a great show. Can't thank you enough. And we'll see you next time right here on Bring It in the House.
Whew.